Assalamu alaikum dear students. So after incomplete dominance and codominance, we are going to one more deviation from Mendelism, and that is known as pleiotropism. Till now we were thinking that one gene controls one effect, but there is a mechanism that is known as pleiotropism, in which one gene it controls multiple and unrelated phenotypic traits. So pleiotropism simply means multiple effect of a gene. So this pleiotropy is defined as one gene influences multiple and unrelated phenotypic traits, and this pleiotropy it describes the genetic effect of a single gene on multiple phenotypic traits. So simply pleiotropy means multiple effect of a gene. Now how this multiple effect of a gene occurs? It is simply when this pleiotropic gene when it undergoes a mutation. So mutation in a pleiotropic gene may have an effect on some or all traits. So when mutation occurs in this pleiotropic gene, then it controls multiple phenotypic traits. Now this mechanism of pleiotropy in most cases is the effect of a gene on metabolic pathways that contribute to different phenotypes. Here we are going to take an example actually. So this gene is showing pleiotropy produce a single polypeptide just like other non-pleiotropic genes. So actually, when we see that a gene it produces a single polypeptide, normal genes also produce single polypeptides. Here again, this single gene, this pleiotropic gene, it also produces a single polypeptide. But their polypeptides they govern such a biochemical reaction which is basic to many developmental events. As a result, impairment of the function. Now let's see an example over here. So this the term pleiotropy it was coined in 1910 by Festcraft, and this pleiotropy comes from the Greek word pleion, which means more, and tropos means character. So that is why we say that this pleiotropy means multiple effect of a gene. There are different examples of pleiotropy. One example is sickle cell anemia. So in sickle cell anemia, what happens? There is a mutation in the gene which forms the polypeptide hemoglobin. Polypeptide, that is protein hemoglobin. One more example of this classic example of this pleiotropy is known as phenylketonuria. This phenylketonuria it actually happens in babies. It occurs mostly in babies, newborn babies. So this the symptoms of this disease, phenylketonuria, it can cause mental retardation and reduced hair and skin pigmentation. Means there is a loss of pigments in the hair and skin, and also mental retardation is the main. They are the main symptoms of this disease, phenylketonuria. Now, how does this phenylketonuria happen? It happens due to the mutation in a single gene that codes for the enzyme phenylalanine hydroxylase. The gene that is mutated, that gene is known as PAH gene. PAH simply means PAH gene is responsible for the formation of or the synthesis of enzyme that is known as phenylalanine hydroxylase. Now what is the function of this phenylalanine hydroxylase? It converts this phenylalanine hydroxylase converts the amino acid phenylalanine into tyrosine. Now, due to mutation, conversion of phenylalanine to tyrosine is reduced or it is ceased entirely. Means when mutation occurs in PAH gene, and this PAH gene is responsible for the conversion of phenylalanine to tyrosine. When mutation occurs, it loses its function, so phenylalanine it does not get converted into tyrosine. That means in the body of a human being, in the body of the newborn baby, this phenylalanine its accumulation starts. Now when this phenylalanine accumulation in the bloodstream starts, it is very much toxic to the developing nervous system of newborn and infant children, and which causes mental retardation. Whereas tyrosine is used by the body to make melanin. So tyrosine, both are amino acids. Phenylalanine is also an amino acid, and this tyrosine is also an amino acid. Now when this phenylalanine it accumulates in the bloodstream, so it causes different the symptoms which is known as phenylketonuria. Now if it gets converted into tyrosine, this tyrosine is used for the formation, for the synthesis of this melanin pigment. Now this melanin pigment it is an important component of the pigment which is found in hair and skin. Now the failure to convert normal levels of phenylalanine to tyrosine results in less pigmentation of hair and skin. So this disease is known as phenylketonuria. And that is all about this haploidopy. Tomorrow we are going to talk about multiple sclerosis.